Hello! Hi! Salutations and greetings. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk Empath. I'm a Hilka. Hilka. Empath. I just like having these little talks in the way I feel about things. I'm glad that I have tools to omit frequency. I'm glad for that. It's a hard energy day. It's a hard resistance day for me. And it's just one day at a time. Sometimes 1 second, 5 feet, 10 feet. Just do the next right thing. I did enjoy rather Marge astrology shamanism's talk today. She talked about empath. I'm like, oh, you think it's hard being empath? Try being Heyoka. It's like empath to the imp. And one that's like full spectrum, that has had a full life experience, or the eating of the red apple at 10 months old by the hand of a nefarious evil man. You know, it's like the younger you get a taste of evil, you know it's there, so everything else is just like comparison, right? Not a lot of people have had a whole lot of spectrum, full spectrum, of the terrors and the grossness of humankind, human unkind, for their own selfish means. So when you know there's shit, it's kind of hard for people that have seen so much of it for so long to just like, when they meet other shit, it's just like, okay, this is more shit, but if I think about all the shit I've gone through, then this is just another day, you know. There's always worse. Things can always get worse. So you got to keep a bright side. A bright side. Even my life has been a series of best, worst case scenarios. If I ever wrote a book, I think that's what I call it, a series of best, worst case scenarios. Because my whole life has been seconds and inches. God has always taken care of me and Mom. Our basic needs have always been met. You know, seconds and inches get stressful times, you know, but I just breathe through it. And I hope, you know, and just know that, and trust in my knowing of what I know about alchemy and the frequency and emotions they have temperature to them. And if I take those on, I can create, you know, whether I'm justified or not, you know, I can, there's, that turns into fuel. And some people sustain their lives on just being angry. And people like me, I can't afford to do that, because it'll kill me. See, because I have a lot of reasons to be very angry. And then that day I heard God say, vengeance is mine, so, I don't get to get angry about anything anymore. And the reason why I don't get to get angry about anything anymore is because I can. And just because people can do things ain't a good enough reason to do it. And like I said, anger will kill me. Anger kills people every day. People get mad and they can't hold their shit. Look at all the people losing their shit all over the planet. People are losing it. They don't know. They don't have that pause. And if I can maintain my pause until my last breath, that is huge karma. That's huge karma, because if people that are born after me in my bloodline, they can say, you know what? That Marge did okay. She didn't die mad like her forefathers, you know? Angry, just mad, or having the affliction of alcohol. You know, I can't even take like antidepressants and stuff like that. Those things are straight up freaking poison toxin, and for a purist, you know, it ain't good for you. So what kind of bullshit did I get today in the mail? I got a VA news. I can't unsubscribe from this. I tried. I'm like, I don't even want to get their marketing schemes. And today is International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. If a veteran loved one has died by suicide, you're not alone. They don't care. They really don't. They care about paying themselves a lot of money to say that they care. Now, granted, thank you. Thank you, DT, President of the United States of America. The things that you have done for veterans, it's pretty commendable. I know how they've impacted, or they will impact me once I get to a place where I'll be able to maybe go to a chiropractor again, or, maybe that'd be cool if it's any doctor that I want. Maybe I could go to an acupuncturist or something. Hopefully one that didn't study in like frickin' Des Moines or Portland or some crap hole like that, But see, I don't know. I go by vibe of the person anyway. I don't really go by credentials. That's why I'm excited for the world to step more into Reiki and energy healing with like rocks and stones and pressurized water and stuff like that. I got all kinds of ideas. I got all kinds of aches and pains and a lot of time to think about, gee, if I had a tool like this, it would really feel good in this area in my back. And I know other people have it, because I don't know, I'm pretty old fashioned, and if you saw the scar on my ankle that I got from the VA doctor, I don't got a whole lot of faith. And if you've seen the scars that are on Mom from her and what her history, I don't really have a whole lot of faith in modern day medicine, because I haven't had a whole lot of freaking personal positive experiences with it, and nor have I seen the care of my mother. She's healthy because we take care of each other, not because of it, and because she don't pump herself up for all that big pharma crap. Yeah, it's because we laugh and we enjoy each other's company. A lot of people are living with people they don't even like. Then they're miserable, and then they got to take that misery out on everybody else. So I think it's sweet. It's so cute and disingenuous when they do this shit, because if they cared, go out and freaking, there's a lot better ways than sending out these little emails. It's a marketing scheme, Let's see, what else is going on in the world today? I just signed up for... Let's see what that... I want to try the... Kriya Yoga she does. I think I do something of my own version on my own, because I'm always doing breathing exercises. So, I don't even know what's going on in the world, really. I haven't even seen, sometimes I'll Google news. Mom's not feeling real great today, too. It's just heavy, dense, heavy. Protest staged across France against bill on police images. People are starting to get into their voice, their power. Nothing that impacts me. How about on Facebook? What's going on Facebook? Everybody getting well and spiritual on Facebook? No, not today, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I posted that. Evidently, they're trying to impose curfews in California for the... evidently after 10 p.m. the Rona runs rampant. It's just floating around. Dude, they're nuts. When are people going to just start talking how things... These people are freaking crazy, man. Anybody that gives themselves that much authority to cause that much... The ends don't justify the means, people. It's really weird, and the sooner people start questioning the fact that, wait a minute, land of the free, home of the mask wearing, wait, that ain't brave. That ain't brave. I'm all for everybody not wearing the mask, and if you don't want to get sick, stay home. Yeah, I'm all for that. I keep every day I envision the world how I want it to be. Eh, I get seconds and inches. I do get taste, and then sometimes I'm like, man, I suck at manifesting. I can't manifest shit. I can't manifest a freaking permanent residence. What kind of freaking empath light worker are you? What kind of spiritual being are you? You can't even get an address, you freaking hamhead, And I'm just like, oh, if only I was not a spiritual being having a human experience and God had a path and lessons for me to learn, you know. And it's cool because I'm learning how not to get mad. Because I've been mad for so long. I spent years being mad and then doing all that stuff that people do when they're mad to try and get less mad and drink. But I think about the frickin' piles of incomprehensible demoralization I packed up from just accruing the karma of just being an asshole when I was, or told people what I thought. Because I didn't have the discernment just to keep my mouth closed, and if it's going to cause harm to somebody, you just don't say it. See, I grew up in an environment where people could visibly see that what they were saying physically could cause harm to me. And I grew up around a lot of weird people that got their little twisted little rocks off and that shit. So along the way, with the military buried, never let them see you sweat. So for years and years, I was just like, yeah, whatever, whatever. And then what I learned and Mom kept saying it for years, just don't take it on, don't take it on. But the thing of it is my endocrine system is just so, I freaking came across my shot records, so now I have like my whole, from the time I was a baby, like rubella, all these weird, like, why would you give my endocrine system is already shot, I mean, just from just vaccines, and people want more vaccines. It's weird, dude, look at, I mean, if you, I'm not all, I mean, I'm like, I don't know, evidently I have too much post-traumatic stress, and breathing through my anxieties also too much to bear for some, so these are practices of which I'm trying to teach other people to do so that they don't freaking short out and go crazy and freaking off themselves or somebody that they care about just because they freaking raised their hand at them and they didn't mean to do that. I mean, there's so many crimes of passion. I mean, that's out of control. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be, people don't know how to, they say, go around, say whatever they want, even though it's mean. Everybody knows the situation. There's so much said that within the energy that people don't really have to say that, but they just want. So if you add a negative, and I do it too. I add negative. I have a, if I go into every situation, and in this situation I'm going to try and be positive, or I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm not going to be a jerk, or I'm not going to be withholding, or I'm not going to be snide or curt or any of those low vibrational. If I could just do it in this one instance, okay. Went through that instance, cool, But most days, people don't have to contend with that stuff. But every now and again, you gotta fly into, 3D land and hang out and contend with some stuff. And then, okay, just don't act out of anger. Don't, because, this might remind you of situations that happened before when you were this age, and you might have reacted in these situations in this manner and said this and this, or even done this. But the fact is the gift is being in the present moment, and that's where God's Spirit is with each and every one of us. God isn't with us in the past, and He's not with us in the future. He's only with us in the present moment, that source. So if I can just choose love in every situation until my last breath, then my lessons are learned on this earthly plane. As far as I can tell, that's how I look at it, and we create our own realities based on data that we collect. And how many people are going out looking at data, collecting data, and they know it doesn't feel right. They know it feels like a lie, but they're picking it up on their truth. And then that creates just, creates cognitive dissonance, and then based on that, people have to eat their feelings and drink their feelings and do all this freaking low vibey shit and chasing sensations and go fucking chuck it and hit it and quit it and all this crap that just incurs more negative karma that you gotta work through to freaking just stop acting how good at it. Because I had years of learning how to defend myself and protect myself, and evidently my connection just, I don't know. You get notifications, stuff happens, huh? Tata. He said, yeah, Mom. He's sleeping. So, reconnection successful. That's great. I don't even like this song. And that's another thing about the cloud. You can't ever get rid of stuff once it's on the cloud, because they're always backing stuff up. I don't like this song. Closing time. I just don't like this song. And I delete it. I delete it. When it comes up, I go, delete song. And then at some point, it comes back. And the same thing happens with pictures, too. I'll go through, because all we are is our data print. And some of us have a bigger digital print than other people, because some of us have had really high clearances. I only had top secret for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. But I had a top secret clearance. I had secret, because you have to on the flight line. And then I think about the huge companies that I work with. That's a huge data print. That's access to a lot of stuff. Hospitals. It's just kind of interesting. And then all the, because I'm in tech, so I have an account pretty much on if there's new, I'm on Parlor, I'm on, but I don't do much with them, because I don't have time, because that's what they do, is they want you to dedicate your time to, and I don't got that kind of time, and I like learning a little bit about this, that, and the other thing. I like to kind of try and stay relevant, but I never TikTok, that's stupid to me. I WhatsApped for a minute. No, I didn't even WhatsApp. That's, because I always know about security. And I have used discretion. Do people know that you don't click on links? You don't click on links from people. You just don't, that's how you get wooba on your machines. People don't know about this stuff. That's what I'm here to teach people, is that if something don't feel right, it's probably not right. And that people need to really, really, it will behoove you to start using your own discernment on this earth. Because we're just going to get fed more bullshit. Yes, Benno. Verify. And people are going to have to, whatever situation, don't even bring it into your radar. When you go to a situation, and don't put yourself in situations you don't want to be. If you don't want to see bloodshed, don't go to where a bunch of people that have the potential to be angry and not hold their stuff where there's likely to be bloodshed. If you don't want to be in harm's way, don't put yourself in harm's way. Spiritually speaking, too. I haven't maybe necessarily been able to meditate, but I do try every single day. And when I say I don't meditate, I mean, I'm still meditating 30 minutes. I just don't get my hour, But people got too creature comforty, man. They got too creaturey in their comforts, and then you got gross, because you've got a little too comfortable with, the human side of this incarnation, and a little denially, a little ignorant in their spirit side. And the laws of the universe, you don't got to know about karma. You don't got to believe in it. You don't got to. acknowledges its existence. It is all over science. It is all over everywhere, verified. What you put out comes back to you. That is why every day I try not to put out poison, because I know poison comes back to me. And it's like it comes back even like worse because I know better. So it's like when I get freaking smacked down, I get smacked down by universe, God. God smacked. Yeah, I've been God smacked. Nope. Not today, Marge. You know? So I just wanna I'm trying to do really, I mean, I got a couple reasons why I do these videos. Video vlog, diary, history of my account, making connections with other spirits that vibe like me. You know, there ain't a lot of people that freaking give a crap about the shit I talk about, unless they've been through crap and shit, you know. But mostly people don't want to talk about feelings, and I really implore people to start talking about their feelings. I was made aware. I knew what death was when I was probably 3. That's my fourth. It's like when, because I came into this earth with adult comprehension, and most children and kids, infants do. They're just so used to putting bullshit in front of their faces that they're forgetting the important parts about things, and that's what they know and carry from source. You know, we're supposed to learn from the kids. You know, if this whole planet, more people on this planet live from a heart space of a kid like me, it's like I can't have, because I just always act like a child, so I can't have grown-up relationships with people, because I just, you know. And then when people make it, I don't know, then it gets mean, and then I don't want to play anymore. When people just, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to be responsible for hurting nobody's feelings. And so I got to be careful. So my circle's small. It's small, but it exists. And the more people, you know, and I see all this trendy shit on the tubes, you know, where people are talking about stuff that I talk about. It's just not in the same kind of way. It's just more commercial and stuff. I love, like, Keegan and her channel of observation, and I really like Pockets of the Future too. I don't really like the people that he observes so much, so I don't really like watching stuff about people I don't like. But if I, you know, because I really can't stand them. like I don't know, some of the things that people talk about. But I'd like to have conversations with other tubers too. You know, I think it'd be fun to talk to, like, what's her name, Dame Bon Daisy. That'd be fun. She'd be fun to talk to, have a conversation with. I just like talking to people, but and small intervals. I get excited because I used to be so social. I'd go to when I lived in Omaha, I was all over everywhere, you know, and did concerts, plays, Broadway, across the shows. Just saw Mythbusters. I mean, it's just suit up and show up, and I got to experience a lot of life. And then what occurred to me is all that stuff out there is what it took me away from becoming the person that I was supposed to be, you know. And so when I moved to Oregon, and my shutdown started in 2016, so I think it's kind of cute that everybody's bitching about this, you know. Has it been since the beginning of the year? March, April, June, you know. But whatever. You know, when life changes, it's going to change. You can't stop it. You can't keep it from happening. If there's a course and direction in your life in which it's supposed to intend, it's going to go. It's going to go that way. Because all systems are going to put you in that direction. You know? Because you know. Where do thoughts come from? Where do people think thoughts come from? I think it's a big old disco ball. That's what thoughts are. I think source every thought that's ever been thought of. A lot of people have like thought some weird stuff, and these thoughts are flowing around, I think, and then other people are picking up on them and they're giving them ideas, and it's just like, well, that's a weird thought. Is it your thought, or we're just all radio receivers. That's all we are. And all these little orbs and lights and beams of light, they're just all transference of data, no different than what's inside your laptop or your phone. Electricity source, that's all we are, is electricity source. Heartbeat, electrocardiogram, we're all electric pulses. Not much different than the computer. Even the computer components are based on freaking, the battery, heart, source, you have the processor, the brain, memory, related to the process. I mean, it's just, no, the processor I would equate more to the endocrine system. That's what I would do. But it's all, everything's played out. There's no real original thought, because everything's based on everything else. Yeah, if you come down to it, either things are by good design or by bad design. And it depends on who's using it, right? Right? So, we're stepping into more of a data-rich information. I can't wait to freaking tell people start rising above that shallow shit. I'm kind of past the I was born past the shallow shit. But I like the pageantry of it because I played into it. But the fact is it's not. Now it's, I don't have to go to a concert anymore. Now people can just put on virtual, and then you're there with your favorite artist, and all you got to do is give them money, and they'll be your favorite artist in this private, virtual reality world. So part of the earth is going to go just embrace that and love it, because you don't really got to participate in a virtual reality world. But those of us that are spirits having human experiences are going to be ready to freaking go back into having tangible experiences, and like cookouts and potlucks and ice cream socials and cotillions, and just hanging out, having a good time without it turning all dark and seedy. So I appreciate, I like Marge Astrology's talk earlier about, reminding me of the tenacity of the Scorpio, and I got Scorpio moon. We're coming into Sagittarius this season soon. It's mom's season, and it's her birthday's next week, and it's a little less heavy, dense energy, because Scorpion's hard, because I know what darkness is. I know how dark people can get, how quick it can get there. I understand that. I just don't want to participate in it anymore, because I think that's part of my life lessons.